Bienvenidos a Joan Mon Games. Hoy os traigo Elroy and the Aliens. Empezamos.
As a journalist, you're used to writing about events after they've already happened. You conduct interviews, do research, and work really long hours to connect the dots. But as an outsider, it's very rare that you get a chance to become part of a story, to see it unravel before your eyes. And sometimes, what you find makes it all worth it and changes your life forever. Here's my story about how I met Elroy and the aliens.
A hamster? I waited 18 years, and you bring me a hamster?
It wasn't easy to catch, boss.
Oh, very well. Prepare test subject Alpha.
Preparing test subject Alpha.
Soon, my dear.
Hundreds will gather in Slope City Park tonight to observe our first total lunar eclipse in 11 years. The blood moon gets its name from the reddish glow cast onto the moon by the sunlight refracted in Earth's atmosphere. This phenomenon has haunted many civilizations and was often believed to signal malevolence, ill fortune, or major change.
Rats! I overslept! Again! Oh, that's probably the reporter from Slope City News. I'm coming! I should get the door. It's locked. Oh, now where did I put my keys? My apartment key. Just a sec!
Hi, I'm Peggie Wolf from Slope City News. Elroy DeLuna?
Yes, absolutely. Come on in. Thanks for coming here on a Sunday.
No problem. I wanted to get my article in before we go to print tomorrow. Shall we get started?
Sure.
Can you tell me a little bit about your project?
I'm building a rocket.
A rocket?
Yes. The first commercial rocket that can take off, reach the atmosphere, and return to land in the same spot.
Oh, cool. You mentioned you had a prototype?
Yeah, I just need to make some last-minute adjustments. It'll only take a minute. Would you mind waiting here?
Sure.
Please, make yourself at home. Shoot! This is my one chance to let the world know about the DDL-3000. I wanted to finish it last night, but obviously fell asleep. I'd better hurry upstairs and get it ready. The Slope City Chronicle. We've been getting this paper for over 20 years. The Slope City Chronicle. Step 1, install the propulsion module. Step 2, attach the guidance module. Step 3, fuel up the rocket. Step 4, profit. The remote control for my rocket. The Legend of the Hani Pentagon by Diego de Luna, my dad. A bunch of engineering books. I've read all of them twice, at least. The propulsion module. Fuel goes in, blazing speed comes out. I got this laser cutter from Sierra's junkyard. It's missing a diamond, though. My dad always used to say, pressure makes diamonds. My good old VAX mainframe. I had to pawn the screen and keyboard so I could afford the rocket fuel. I'll buy them back as soon as I get my funding. Me and my dad. A long time ago. Ooh, cozy. It's 2 weeks old. I might as well put it here. The broom I borrowed from Mrs. Kandinsky. Marie Curie is a hero of mine. She pioneered research on radioactivity. Best rocket fuel you can get. At least in Slope City. Whoops! The spout fell off. I'll have to reattach it. Aha! The spout that fell off the fuel canister. The guidance module for my rocket. Is that a crow? Or a magpie? I get 55 channels, including the science program, engineering 24/7, and NASA TV. The magnification on this thing is incredible. If I was a creep, I could spy on pretty much anyone from up here. A glorified fuel tank. There. Now I can fill up the rocket without spilling my precious fuel. I should install all the parts before fueling up the rocket. Fits perfectly. Nice! The DDL-3000 fully assembled. All it needs now is some fuel. My pride and joy. It's still missing something. My pride and joy. Ready for action. Miss Wolf? Hello? It's ready!
I'm coming.
May I present the DDL-3000?
Wow. It's very yellow.
Wait till you see her fly.
Before we start, can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
So, your full name is Elroy de Luna, right?
Yeah.
Son of Diego de Luna, the famous archaeologist?
Yeah.
Author of The Legend of the Hani Pentagon?
Yeah. He spent a lot of time on that book.
Dr. de Luna went missing in 1975, right?
Yeah, well, he went on an expedition and never came back.
Is it true that he was working with Mayor Wanderbrust at the time?
I think he was, yeah.
I was 5 years old, you know?
Wasn't your dad looking for the Hani Pentagon?
Yeah. He talked about it all the time.
But what if he actually found it?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that in a long time.
Hey, do you want to see my project or not?
Sorry. Yeah, please, go ahead.
Let me just use the remote so I can start the launch. Okay, everything is ready. Follow me.
We need to take cover.
For the love of...
Was that it?
No. The circuit board got fried for some reason.
Oh, should I come back later?
No. Just give me 10 minutes and I'll get a new one.
All right. Do you mind if I check out the telescope in the meantime? Is that a Telefire D2?
D3, actually. I just got it last week. Go ahead.
Awesome. Thanks.
I should hurry to Sierra's junkyard to get a new circuit board. I really hope she's there.
Huh. There's that strange sound again. I think it's coming from the ceiling. I'll check it out after I've shown the reporter the DDL3000. I've been hearing this for the last couple of days. I think it's coming from the ceiling. It's probably just interference, or something. I'll check it out after I've shown the reporter the DDL3000. I should be careful with the broom. It's not mine. These are absolutely yummy. I lost 15 pounds after switching to a Wonder Shake only diet. I'll need to get a real bed one of these days. An old Greystone I tried to fix up. Turned out it was useless, so I stripped it for spare parts. Too bad. Could have really used some help around here.
Morning, Elroy. What are you doing up so early?
A reporter from Slope City News is doing an interview with me.
Oh, that girl who was poking around here before.
Yeah. I'm getting interviewed for the Slope City Chronicle.
Reporters these days, they're getting younger and younger. Is it about that rocket of yours?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the word out so I have a better chance of getting some funding.
That's exciting. So, why are you out here chatting with me instead of in there doing your interview?
To be honest, I'm kind of nervous. Remember what happened last time?
Don't dwell on the past, kid. Just forget about that old hag's house. A little explosion never hurt anyone.
Only because Mrs. Simmons wasn't home that evening.
Quit yammering. Look at me. I could have been Mrs. Mayor now. And do you see me complaining?
Didn't you say you'd quit smoking?
The prices they charge for cigarettes today, I'm never buying another pack again. Just finishing my duty-free stash from the old airline days. I have just 73 cartons left. Then I'm done for sure.
What happened between you and the mayor anyway?
What happened? We were in love is what happened. Until that Zarya girl showed up. My Cyril couldn't take his eyes off her. There was nothing I could do to make him stay. But, you know me, I survived, like always. I've got my cats and my health.
Gotta go. Bye.
Yeah.
Filled to the brim with pizza boxes and takeout cartons. At least I managed to get rid of them all before Peggie arrived. Sierra!
Are you there? Darn it. She must be coding again. In the zone, she calls it. Guess I'll have to figure out how to open this myself. It says, busy coding, do not disturb. Sorry, Sierra. This is an emergency. An old truck tire. Pretty heavy. I don't understand why Sierra can't change this to a simple lock. Sierra's dad was a clockmaker. Even the gate uses a grandfather clock mechanism. What's a gate without a proper pulley? I don't understand why Sierra can't change this to a simple lock. I don't know why Sierra doesn't just install a simpler gate. I'm sure Sierra won't mind if I, borrow this. A good old bucket with a hole in it. A fake Armandi purse.
Oh, hey, it's you. What's up, Elroy?
Quite an elaborate lock you've got there.
Pretty cool, right? Keeps all the half-wits out.
Glad to learn I'm not one of those.
Well.
Haha. Very funny.
Good job understanding how clocks work. So, what can I do for you?
You know the rocket I've been working on?
You mean that we've been working on? If I remember correctly, I wrote the firmware for it.
All right, no need to nitpick, but yeah. Well, the FR128 circuit board is fried.
What do you mean fried? Did you set the CMOS jumper exactly the way I told you?
CMOS jumper?
Jeez. Man, you're supposed to be the hardware guy.
I was wondering if you had a replacement.
I only have an FR512. It'll work just as well, but using that much memory is total overkill for what you're trying to do. Not to mention a huge waste of money.
I promise I'll take good care of it, and I'll set the DDoS jumper.
CMOS jumper. Don't screw it up this time.
All right, got it. Thanks, Sierra.
The things I do for my friends.
What are you working on?
I'm coding the engine for my next space game. It's gonna have super smooth scrolling and render dozens of enemies at the same time.
You mean kind of like Blobs from Outer Space?
Do not mention that game to me again.
It was a great game.
Until the publisher screwed me over and stole my code. The new game's gonna be so much better. Just not sure what I'm gonna call it yet. Any ideas for a name?
There.
That's funny. Any ideas for a name?
Let's have a look.
You know what? That might actually work.
Later. Sierra, do you mind if I borrow this hose for a bit?
Uh-huh.
I guess that means it's fine. We used to siphon gas from cars using this hose. The radio is playing Mayor Wanderbrust's speech on repeat.
Mayor Wanderbrust has categorically denied claims by an anonymous citizen about strange sightings in and around Wanderbrust Tower.
This is ridiculous. Anyone can come here and claim to see dead people. She can not be serious. There is nothing extraordinary going on in Wanderbrust Tower.
The mayor has declined our invitation to host tonight's Blood Moon Festival in Slope City Park, claiming that, quote, important mayoral business is preventing him from partaking in public events at this time. In other news, Slope City's own Theater of Dreams is working on a new play written by mysterious author Cerilio and directed by none other than Hubert Cumberstone. One Last Time is set to be on schedule to premiere next week. Tickets can be pre-ordered at tonight's Blood Moon Festival or at your local vendor.
It looks like it's overheating, and the gas is running a little low. I'll save this in case I get hungry. Here we go. Whoops. Almost forgot again. CMOS jumper set and ready to go. There.
Oh, look! A bird! It seems to really like your rocket.
All right. Everything's ready for launch.
Oh, no. The bird might get hurt. We need to find a way to make it leave first. Shoo! Shoo!
See, it won't listen. Let me try. Shoo!
What about the chimney? Maybe we could light a fire?
And smoke it out?
Yeah, but gently?
I guess we can try. Hi again, Mrs. Kandinsky.
Hi.
Could I borrow your mattress for a while?
You mean like you borrowed my broom? I haven't seen it in months.
All right, sorry. I'll get it back to you soon, I promise.
You better. Here, you can keep 'em. I have plenty.
Thanks.
Oh, poor guy.
Sorry, little fella. Science comes first. There! I think we're ready, Miss Wolf. Remember, the launch is the easy part. What's really impressive is the landing. We should get to safety. Follow me. Preparing for launch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launching!
Wait, what was that?
Oh no, Elroy! Are you okay?
That was quite a landing.
Haha, very funny. Something must have gone wrong with the controls.
I saw some kind of electrical discharge. Maybe that had something to do with it?
I'd better go check the damage.
Brace yourself. It's not pretty.
Oh, wow. It's ruined. 9 months. And all my savings. I'll never get funding now.
Sorry about your roof. And your rocket. Maybe you can still save part of it?
I need to go up and check. Oh, man.
Let's see.
Oh, my. It's completely destroyed. Months of hard work for nothing. It's completely... Holy cow, what a mess! But hey, what's that glowing thing up there? Is that what's been making the noise?
Whoa, what is it? A radio or something?
Someone must have hidden it a long time ago. Nobody did any fixing up there since my dad disappeared. Until now.
Hey, look! There's some kind of button in the middle. Something's happening.
Holy cow.
Is that who I think it is?
Wait, is this thing on? Sayak. Alright, let's do this.
Dad!
Hello, son. You must be wondering where I am. I have no idea how long this message will take to get to you, or how long it's been for you.
18 years.
I don't think he can hear you.
I'm losing all sense of time here. You remember the story about the Hani Pentagon I used to tell you at bedtime? It turns out, it's all true.
I knew it.
There's a whole new world out here, son. My business partner, Cyril Wonderbrust, trapped me here.
What?
He took something back with him. Something dangerous. I need you to get help and come find me. You'll need the gate crystal. If I know Cyril as well as I think, he'll keep it close. Once you have the crystal, find the Hani Pentagon. Check my book for clues. I love you, son. I never wanted this to happen, but I'm stuck here. And you're my only hope.
Oh my god, do you realize what this means? All these years, everyone's been saying the Hani Pentagon is just a legend. I have to tell my boss. This is gonna be the story of the decade.
Dad? He's alive?
Yeah, and we are going to find him.
We?
Yeah, didn't you hear him? He said to get help. I'm your help.
I don't know. How do we... Where do we even start?
We start by figuring out where the Hani Pentagon is. Get your dad's book and meet me in my office at Slope City News.
But... my roof. What if it rains?
I actually know a guy. But it's Sunday, and I don't think he'll be able to help you out before tomorrow.
Look, I need to process this.
Sure, I understand. Take as much time as you need. I'll be at my office. I can start trying to figure out what the heck happened in 1975.
Dad, could you really be alive? All right, she said Slope City News. That's a few blocks from here. The Legend of the Hani Pentagon by Diego de Luna, my dad. My engineering diploma. If my dad's really alive, I hope he can see this someday. A bunch of engineering books. I've read all of them twice, at least. Marie Curie is a hero of mine. She pioneered research on radioactivity. I'll need to get a real bed one of these days.
The moon will remain in relative darkness for 46 minutes and 42 seconds.
Hey, Elroy!
Yeah?
What did you say to that girl? She ran off like the devil was chasing her.
We found a message from my dad.
Diego? What did it say?
I think he may be alive.
Holy macaroni, alive? Alive where?
I'm not sure. Somewhere far away, he said.
Well, are you gonna find out?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Why the hell not?
To be honest, it's really hard for me to wrap my head around it. It took me a long time to get over my dad being gone. Now that I have a chance to learn more about all that, I'm afraid of what I might find. I'm afraid of feeling like I felt back then again.
You never get over losing a parent. Believe me. It just becomes part of who you are. All those feelings, they are repressed, maybe faded, but they are still there. Real and deep. If I had a chance to have one more conversation with my father or mom, I would take it in a second. Trust me, Elroy. If you don't go after this, you'll regret it forever.
Maybe you're right.
Darn right I am. Now, get your ass moving and do this.
Okay. Thanks for the broom, Mrs. Kadinsky.
Took you long enough to give it back.
Sorry.
Now I can finally sweep up all those cobwebs. My house looks like it's Halloween in here.
Filled to the brim. At least I...
You made it.
Hi.
Listen, I wanted to apologize for earlier. I got a little excited, but I can't imagine how you must be feeling right now.
That's all right. It's been 18 years. But I think I'm ready to find out what really happened to my dad.
You sure you're okay? We can give it a few days.
No, yeah, I'm sure. Let's do this. Here, I brought the book.
These letters and numbers could be useful.
There, those numbers.
It looks like a coordinate. 34.0584 degrees north.
Wait, isn't there supposed to be a second number?
Oh.
Oh, what?
Oh, must have gotten some rocket fuel on it. Well, we have the latitude at least. Do you have a map? And a pencil?
Let me check. There should be pencils in the cup behind you.
34.0584 degrees north. This means the location is somewhere along this horizontal line. Shoot, that's literally hundreds of miles of desert. This is pointless. We'll never be able to search that whole area.
Wait, I might have some clues to narrow it down. I've been looking through our database for news from 1975, when your father disappeared, trying to spot anything weird, anything that stands out. And there are 3 things. Zarya Wonderbrust died in an accident in 1975.
Wait, Zarya? That sounds familiar. I remember my neighbor Mrs. Kandinsky talking about her. I think she used to date Mayor Wonderbrust.
Maybe you should go talk to her again. Zarya Wonderbrust died in an accident in 1975.
Wait, Zarya? That sounds familiar. I remember my neighbor Mrs. Kandinsky talking about her. I think she used to date Mayor Wonderbrust.
Maybe you should go talk to her again. Pompous Compass went out of business in 75.
Pompous what?
The Compass Company. It went bankrupt that same year. Apparently, there were hundreds of reports of compasses spinning uncontrollably around a certain area. Wait, you have got to be kidding me. Charles McGee was the founder and CEO?
You mean Space Blanket Charlie from Park Square?
Yup. You should go talk to him. This article is about a missing train station.
Train station?
The San Gallardo Express went from 13 stops to 12 that year.
Well, why is that significant?
It isn't in itself, but when I went to check where the missing station was, all information connected to it was redacted.
Like someone was covering it up?
Possibly. Maybe you can ask around Slope City Station, see what you can find out. This article is about a missing train station.
Train station?
The San...
Well, why is that significant?
It isn't in it.
Like some...
Possible.
All right, got it. Go see Space Blanket Charlie, talk to Mrs. Kandinsky, and snoop around the train station. What about the crystal my dad mentioned?
Let me worry about that part. I'll be here trying to figure out a plan.
My dad's book. Huh, an inkjet. Interesting choice. I would have thought a laser printer would be better for an office like this.
I try not to print a lot, saving the environment and all.
Hi again, Mrs. Kandinsky.
Hi.
Peggie and I...
Oh, I like the sound of that. About time you met someone.
Come on, Mrs. Kandinsky, it's not like that. Anyway, we've been doing some research, and it turns out Zarya Wanderbrust died the same year my dad disappeared.
Really? 1975, right? Never made that connection.
Can you tell me more about what happened?
Well, you know, I used to date Cyril Wanderbrust, who's now mayor, until he left me for that young little thing, that Zarya. I was heartbroken. Still am, to be honest. That son of a... Anyway, Cyril was suddenly madly in love. It all happened so fast. I was sure it wasn't gonna last. But it did. And he married that girl. Took her to Vegas, the whole deal. Then, one day, I think it was 75, they were up there on top of Wanderbrust Tower. He used to take me there, you know. And if I remember right, there was a total lunar eclipse. Like tonight. And I don't know what happened, but the girl fell from the tower and died.
That's terrible.
I think that to this day, Cyril would do anything to get that girl back.
Do you think there's a connection? My dad and Mayor Wanderbrust used to work together.
I don't know. I never asked him about his work. But I do know one thing. Cyril never lets anything or anyone stand between him and what he wants.
Mrs. Kandinsky, my dad mentioned something called a gate crystal. Mayor Wanderbrust is supposed to have it. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it? It's super important.
Gate crystal. That sounds like something from Cyril's expeditions. But he never really talked about his work. He always did spend a lot of time in his office, though. That's the first place I would look if I were you. I'm not sure they'll let you in, though.
Maybe they don't need to let us in.
Oh, exciting. You know, we once snuck into the marketing director's office at the airline. He had a legendary liquor cabinet from hosting all those important big shots. Our office parties could get pretty crazy, and everything closed real early back then, not like today. Anyway, I do know a little something about breaking and entering.
I didn't say we were going to break in.
Well, whatever you do, I don't judge. Just make sure you don't get caught.
Hey, do you remember that the San Gallardo train used to have 13 stops?
To tell you the truth, I never really kept count. Besides, I prefer driving to taking the train. Why are you asking?
Well, apparently there are only 12 stops now, and I'm trying to find where that town is the train has been skipping.
I have no idea. But there's probably someone at the train station who knows. Why don't you ask there?
Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks anyway. Gotta go. Bye.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Oh, hi. Are you going to Draketown for the symposium as well?
What symposium?
The Geographical Symposium, of course. I'm writing an article about it for the Slope City Journal.
Slope City Journal, huh? Do you know Peggie Wolf?
Oh, yes. Very ambitious, that girl. I like her energy. Good writing skills, too. Is she a friend of yours?
Yeah, sort of.
Uh-huh. Well, she's a keeper, that one.
If you're going to the symposium, you must know a lot about this region?
You could say that. What I don't know, I can look up in this book. San Gallardo, Chronicle of Settlements, published in 1974. Very few copies exist, you know. I found it in my mother's things after she passed away.
Oh, sorry to hear.
No, don't worry. It was a few years ago, but thanks.
Any chance I could borrow that book of yours?
No, sorry. This was my late mother's and it means the world to me. But I'm happy to use it to help you if you want.
Do you know anything about a train station that used to be part of the express line?
I'm afraid I know nothing about train stations, but if you give me an old place name, I can look it up for you in this book.
See you later. Hi there.
Hi again.
See you later.
Do not leave your baggage unattended. For security reasons, unattended baggage will be removed and destroyed. Using our patented high-pressure implosion system.
Unattended baggage detected. Danger, danger, bag must be destroyed. Exterminate, exterminate, exterminate.
Whoa!
A fake Armandi purse. I don't think this... I better not bother her. Excuse me?
Unattended baggage detected. Danger, danger, human, approach.
Fancy bag security system you got there.
Top of the line Greystone 5000. It's never failed once.
But aren't you worried about false positives?
Like what?
Like innocent people getting their bags destroyed while using the bathroom?
Oh, we take security very seriously. At Slope City Station, we don't wait, we detonate.
But there has never been a bomb attack in Slope City. Ever.
Exactly. Why do you think that is? People like us, behind the scenes, making the world a safer place. You're welcome.
Okay. I wonder if you could help me with something.
Go on, I don't have all day.
All right. So I heard that the San Gallardo Express used to have 13 stops.
The San Gallardo Express is a 12-stop line. Always was, and always will be.
But the article said...
Now move on. You're holding up the line.
Line? What line? There's nobody here. Great. Hello? Where did you go? That's strange. He must be hiding something.
Is this your baggage?
Yeah?
Do not leave your baggage unattended. Unattended baggage will be destroyed.
Okay. There are many use... I'll save this.
Unattended baggage detected. Danger, danger, human, approach. Is this your baggage?
No. I have no idea whose bag this is.
Bag owner unknown. Danger, danger, bag must be destroyed. Exterminate, exterminate, exterminate!
Unattended baggage will be destroyed.
I've always wondered if they actually follow through. They keep an actual security bot in there. The hair salon is closed today. They still owe me a free haircut after I fixed their helmet dryer last week. I love the colors. The composition is really nice. That's an impressive collection of crayons. Hi.
Hi there. Happy Blood Moon Day.
Happy Blood Moon Day to you too. So, what are you painting?
The blood moon. You know, it's not just about the moon looking a little red. I want to capture the emotion, mystery, and the power of the spectacle we're going to experience tonight. You know, a lot of people believe that lunar eclipses are a sign of big changes coming.
Is that what you believe?
Well, if you think about it, for a few minutes, the Earth, we, will be positioned directly between the moon, which, as you know, has great influence over all sorts of things like tides, sleep patterns.
Werewolves?
No, but seriously, we'll be directly between the moon and the sun, which is basically the main source of energy for all life on this planet. The moon, yin, and the sun, yang, and us, directly in the middle. People back in the day believed all sorts of things about the eclipse, like a jaguar eating the moon, a demon drinking an elixir of immortality. Me, I think there's definitely some kind of power there. We may never fully understand it, but it has an effect, you know.
Don't get me wrong, but I like to stick with science instead of superstition.
And that's perfectly fine. To each their own, right?
Right. I like your pictures, though.
Thanks.
What do you make of the festival?
Well, I flew in especially for this.
So you're not from around here?
No, I like to travel with the eclipses. Southern Lights and Northern Lights. I was just in Norway last month. But this event might just be my favourite. Slope City is a pretty charming little town, too. Well, at least it used to be.
Ah, so you've been here before.
Yeah, actually came here for the festival in 75. That was one heck of a blood moon, let me tell you.
I get why eclipses are cool. They're rare and interesting to look at. But it feels like people are reading far too much into it.
Well, when was the last time you saw a total lunar eclipse?
Maybe 10, 11 years ago. And another one when I was 5, I think.
What are you now, 20-something? So, 11 years ago, you were still a kid. But now that you're older and more aware of the world around you, maybe you'll get it. Compare the world before and after the blood moon, and see if you can notice any significant differences. You know, they say the one tonight's gonna be special.
Yeah, I heard it's supposed to be longer.
And much more powerful.
Do you know Mr. McGee over there?
Well, we share the square, and he gave me a pamphlet. But other than that, not really. I kind of feel sorry for him. He really believes all these conspiracy theories. Must be a hard life, being afraid all the time like that.
Yeah, you know he used to be CEO of a successful company.
No shit. Wow. Well, that's why I don't do any of that corporation bull. If Far less stressed that way.
There was another blood moon here in 75.
Yeah, I was actually here to see it. I think I was probably about your age then. It was a great festival, and people from all over were here. We went really hard with all the partying too. I actually met my husband here. Well, ex-husband. He turned out to be a total bore after a few years. Anyway, that was my first proper adult blood moon. Loved it. Although, I heard someone had an accident that day. Died, I think. And come to think of it, looking at the town now makes me realise how different it is.
Yeah, Slope City hasn't exactly thrived since 75.
It's sad, yeah. But think about it. A big change came to this town at the same time as the blood moon. Coincidence? I think not.
See ya!
Bye.
Join the fight against mind control? How to protect yourself from chemtrails. Materials for mind control shielding. Stop vaccinating your kids now. Hello, my name is...
Have you found it?
Found what?
My shield hat. Make it stop.
Make what stop? What are you talking about?
Mind control signals. They're everywhere. Can't you feel them? Oh, they're everywhere.
What's this hat you're talking about?
It insulates the brain from electromagnetic and telepathic impingement.
You mean a tinfoil hat?
Don't be ridiculous. It is made out of 3 millimeter thick aluminum of the highest purity. I must get it back.
Couldn't you make one out of those space blankets over there?
Wrong material.
All right then, did you see who took your hat?
Little monsters in armor. They had shields and weapons.
That sounds like Terry Clark's gang. I know where to find them. If I get your hat back, will you answer some questions for me?
Whatever you need.
All right, I guess I'm getting this man's hat back. Terry Clark and her gang usually hang around the basketball court. I should check there first. Such a shame what happened to Stanton Park. This used to be such a great place. I remember my dad and I coming here every day when I was a kid. I could barely reach the basket with the ball, but it was a thing we did together. And I loved that.
Bueno, pues hasta aquí. Gracias por ver el vídeo.